Today we would like to talk about business after arrival. Startup business, of course, because that's the subject of our videos. What to do with the business when you are landed. And don't forget, when I say you landed, it means the whole team landed, because you can do nothing with your business until the last person in the team landed. Well, first of all, some conditions imposed by the Canadian government on equity sharing in your business, right? You know that from the beginning. With your angel or incubator or your venture capital company, you share a responsibility and care of the business. Technically, if you have any outside investor, you have to wait until you technically and practically legally landed in Canada. So let's assume the last person landed, the whole team is here. What to do now? Well, first of all, we have to eliminate the fear of losing your PR because your business fail. Guess what was the first ever question regarding this subject on FAQ section of immigration site from the government of Canada? The question was, will I lose my PR if my business fail? And government of Canada categorically, clearly responded no, without any elaboration on the subject even. Why is that? Well, because the program was created as alternative, as improvement of very infamously bad entrepreneur program, when people had to maintain business in order to sustain their PR, which was temporarily granted on probational basis for 2 years, which brought devastating results for many families. They lost financials, they lost their savings, they lost their lives sometimes because they were basically crushed by those conditions. Imagine you live with someone you don't love and you have to be in that marriage. Well, that's called slavery, right? Same in business. If I'm your partner and I say, you know what, no matter what happened, you have to maintain this business, spend your money, and sustain this operation. Well, any business person will say, Dr. Alex, are you crazy? Of course I am not. That's why I'm telling you. You have no risk if you close the business. Speaking of closing the business, many people are afraid of doing this. Again, for many fictitious reasons. But reasonably speaking, with constitutional rights on your side, as Canadian, you can do whatever you want with your business, right? So considering that, you have to be reasonably rational and open and honest between you, your partners, your investors, your Canadian partners who sponsor or help you to be here. You just have to be upfront and have very honest discussion upon landing. Why it's critical? Because the last thing you want to start your Canadian life with lies and scandals and problems and all related issues of that abrupt closure. So plan properly, discuss with your partners what would be the exit strategy, because sometimes we implement the model when people have changes in the business and continue the business under different title even, because you can change the name of any business in Canada legally, right? So the second option outside of closing, then continue. And another option also exists, like I mentioned briefly, change the business into something more or less interesting for you, but not critically related to your original idea. Let's be honest, after 2, 3, 4 years in process, your idea may not be that innovative and may lose that advantage on the market. So you have to be realistic how to deal with the business on hand. Summarizing everything, don't be afraid of closing the business, just do it right with full consent and full mutual agreement between all the partners. Definitely all partners must participate in that decision. This is our approach to teamwork, and definitely you can use the business under changing circumstances, titles and conditions and terms if any or all of you would like to continue the business, or you can basically continue as it is. Some businesses we observe do that and succeed and bring real economic benefit to Canada, but no one can do it under duress, under pressure of circumstances, under fear. Don't have that fear. And by the way, we would love to hear your stories of landing and post-landing in Canada under startup visa, what you experience, how you deal with your closure, continue, or changes in the business. As always, share, like, subscribe, and stay safe.